Uh, this is Joe, your inspector. He's given us the report. And if you would, Joe, just start back from what you were saying. Just speak very candidly about.
Okay. Basically, the report is set up in two different areas. There's things written in blue and things written in red. The stuff in blue are things I've looked at for you today. The things in red are things that I want to call out and bring your attention to. The home is currently being lived in. There's a tremendous amount of clothes and things in there, so I cannot see every single wall and outlet in the house. I was able to get to at least one electrical outlet in every room, and as we go on, we'll progress. You'll see like there's doors that have been removed, not damaged, but removed from the closets just to make more space, but I think they're stored someplace in the house. So as we start out, general information notes start out, and I have a thing marked here that someone has done an enclosure of the patio. Nice enclosure, glass sliding doors on the rear patio. The house is extremely dirty, but it doesn't seem to be really drastically damaged, of what I can see. If we go on to page 2, it has at some point in time, it had a sprinkler system connected up. There's valves in the back, and there's a manual valve in the front. I turned it on in the front, heard water going through. I didn't see any water coming out any place. I went around to the rear. That system hasn't been used in a long time. Some of the valves are broken off at the stem, and I was not able to locate the controller box for it. But I truly believe that it's in the ground someplace around out here, so it's just a matter of servicing to get it up to speed.
And this is a landscaping system.
Landscaping sprinkler system. Side gate, it's got a block fencing all the way around. There's got a wooden fence on the east side. There's a couple of boards that are damaged there. There's a row of block along the east side of the backyard, and that top row is loose, needs to be secured. And then along the back side of the block wall fence, at the bottom, a lot of water has been poured against it, and it's deteriorating. The block itself is deteriorating. Does it have to be replaced? I'm not sure. It's not loose, so maybe it's just a cosmetic visual thing, and it could be just parged over.
Okay.
Exterior walls in the home are in good shape. I didn't see any big cracks or holes in the wall anywhere, so all the way around it's a block home, so it's solid. It's not going anywhere. There are 2 lights at the front of the garage. I was unable to activate those, and no one inside knows that they even work. But it could be on a sensor for all we know. Or it could be just bad bulbs. Other than that, the lights at the front door, the lights at the patio, those all work. Garage has a automatic garage door opener in it. The sensors work. Everything works fine in there. There was a car in there, and there's a lot of stuff in there. So I can't see everything, but everything I can see looks in good shape. Only thing to call out in the garage is there's one little piece of tape for the drywall tape on the ceiling that's a little bit loose. Other than that, the rest of the garage is in good shape. Your access to your attic is in the garage also. It's the only access to the attic that I could see. And you have about 6 inches of blown cellulose insulation, 6.5. That was normal for the age of the home.
Does that insulation appear to be uniform applied up in there?
Uniformly applied. It doesn't look like anybody's been messing around up in the attic at all.
Okay.
The roof is in very good shape. There's no cracked, flipped, cracked, or broken tiles anywhere on this roof. It's in very good shape. My only call out to it is where the ridges meet each other. It's called a mud dome, the spot where there's concrete on it. And on the west side, there's 2 ridges. I'll point them out to you. At the top of that ridge, that mud dome needs to be resealed. Loose feed, and that's why I've written it on your report. Mud domes at the north and south areas of the west roof ridges need to be repaired. They're gapped.
That's in red.
It's in red. Plumbing's all copper, 3/4 inch coming in. Everything looks good on the copper plumbing. I have no problem with it. Water heater's in the garage. It's a 40-gallon. Doesn't leak. Putting out good hot water. I have it circled in red because it's a 1999, which makes it 12 years old. After 10, 11 years old, we just circle it with red and say keep an eye on it because water heaters generally go out after 10 or 12 years. But right now, it's putting out real good, strong hot water. There's no gas on site. The electrical system is a 200 amp service. It's in good shape. No one's messed with it at all. It's just the way the builder put it together. Electrical. I have an electrical page here. Only lights, basically lights. There's some lights out here and there within the house. I got the 2 lights at the front, and there's a couple of lights in the house that not like the fan lights that not all the light bulbs are on. But I've checked a couple of them, and they seem to be in good shape. So it's probably just bulb related. But I did make a footnote at the bottom of our electrical page telling you that I was unable to gain access to all the outlets within the house because of the furniture and the clothing and other stuff that are there. There's a lot of debris in the home. There's a couple of spots in there where within the house where there's no cover on the electrical outlet, which is kind of a safety thing. We want to make sure we get covers on there and they stay on. So in case it should ever arc, it wouldn't cause a fire. The AC unit, it's a split system. It's a heat pump unit, split system. The AC compressor is outside on the west side. The air handler portion of it is in the hall closet. They both seem to be working fine. It's over 95 degrees, so I cannot run it in the heat mode. I ran it in the cold mode only. We have a general rule of thumb that says you have to have it 18 degrees split. And what I do is I have a laser. I check the temperature of the air going out and the air coming back in. The difference between the two is called differentiation. It should be between 18 and 22 degrees. This is 21, so it's working well. Okay? But unfortunately, on the compressor out there, there's no labels on it, just the manufacturer, so I can't tell you the age. It seems to be it's an original, though. If I was going to be a betting man, I'd say it's original. Okay? But I can't tell you the size. Usually I like to give you the model number and the serial number. So the next time you have it serviced, and since we don't know when the last time it was serviced, I'd recommend you make it through the summer, wait till October, November, when it's the cheapest time out here to do that. Have it serviced and have them get you this information, model number and serial number. So any future time you need service, you can give all this information to the service rep. Okay? The only call out I have on it is on the compressor on the side. You have coolant fins that wrap around it, and because they have several dogs here, or maybe even the hailstorm that we had, there's dents in the coolant fins. It does not seem to have affected the coolant apparatus because it still cools real well in the house. It's real nice, working very well. But when you get it serviced, they do have a manner of combing these things out. It's like a radiator on a car. The more air that flows through there, the better your unit works. And now some of them are dented, so I'd have that combed out if possible. The only other call out I have on your heating system is they don't have any filters in the furnace in the hall. Right below the air handler in the hall closet, there's a spot for a filter there and one in the bedroom, and I didn't see any filters in there, so they need to get one in there right away so that you're not sucking dirty air off the floor right into your furnace. That's why in the fall I think I'd have it serviced and cleaned so you know it's functioning properly. Interior page, let's see, missing closet doors in bedrooms 2 and 3. They're not there, but I think I've seen them in the master closet. Unfortunately, the master closet is so full, I can't get into it. I could open up the door and look, but there's too much stuff in there. I can't even get into the room. There's a knob latch doesn't catch. The door coming from the kitchen or the living space into your laundry area, the striker plate on the side, it just doesn't catch. It's just a small adjustment to make sure the door catches. And the weather strip at the front door is worn out, needs to be replaced. Windows, the one window on the south side of the home, the first window, I guess that would be the south, I guess it would be straight due south. Yeah, due south one. It's taped shut. It's got duct tape on it. It's taped shut, so I did not get that one open. These are single pane windows, some sliders, and some single hungs. So that one won't open. And in the let's see, the great room, which is the center room of the home, there's a crack in one of the windows there that needs to be replaced.
Well, I suppose it's duct taped.
Why is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Huh.
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Nobody knows. It's just the way it was. Because the lock works and everything, maybe for dust. Sometimes people do it for dust, for whatever reason.
Okay.
The floors that I've seen, you have vinyl floors, you have tile, and you have carpeting. Carpeting looks pretty hard, to be honest with you, but the vinyl's still in pretty good shape. The tile at the front door is in pretty good shape, so the flooring is no problem. You do have a fireplace, and I'm calling that, you have a kitchen and a dining area, kind of like I'm calling it the kitchen dining area. There's a fireplace in there. And it's a full masonry fireplace, damper works, could stand a good cleaning. My only call out to that is not a call out for a code violation, but just as an FYI, I would put a spark arrestor on the top of that chimney so that somebody burns paper in there, it doesn't fly out and get on somebody's roof and start a fire. And that's listed on my report as an FYI only. Several kitchen ceiling lights don't work. The fan light in the dining room doesn't work. The light only, the fan does work. All the fans in the house work. Smoke detectors all work. Kitchen, everything works. Everything works in the kitchen. The stove, the fridge, the garbage disposal, the dish. I ran the dishwasher through a cycle. The only call out I have in the kitchen is the cabinet below the kitchen sink is caved in. And water damage. There's not standing water in now, but somewhere along the line, someone's either put too much stuff in there and there's been a leak in the water. Probably about 90% of all the sinks I see in used homes, they all have damage underneath the sink. And I did have a footnote on the kitchen page saying limited visual to kitchen counters because they have stuff all over the counters. I can't see the counters. I'm only trying to pick them up to see if they're loose. So I cannot see all them counters. You do have a hood in there. You don't have a microwave, but you have a hood. I believe it's ducted to the outside. I couldn't see exactly where the heck it's ducted to the outside, but there's no vent back into the kitchen, so I'm assuming it's ducted to the outside. Bathrooms, different issue in the bathrooms. There's rust and coating damage, like right around the drain in the master bathtub. Rust right there. Somebody's chipped around by the drain there, and then it's rusted right there, so it needs to be coated or sealed. The drain is very slow in the hall bath. You got a separate shower. There's a separate shower in the master bathroom. Nice bathroom. But one of the sinks in the master bathroom is loaded up with clothes stuff, so I couldn't get to the sink on the right-hand side. The one on the left-hand side, I checked it out. It works okay. GFI outlet in there. It works okay. Faucet handle not connected on the hall bath sink. It's loose. It just comes off in your hand. And you have a hot neutral, hot-cold reversal on the sink in the hall bathroom. Okay. Drain stopper not operable in the hall bathroom sink. That's it for the bathrooms. That's it. Overall, I think the house is in fairly good shape, especially given that it's a rental unit and they're not the neatest people in the world. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Please call me if you have any other questions when you receive this. Okay?
That's right. Thank you so much. Joe does a lot of inspections for me. He's very thorough. So I'm going to send you email you the report. I think you're emailing it, aren't you, Joe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you'll get that by email, and in this video and email, and any other questions you may have, I think we'll cover it. So I'm also sending you a copy of the lease as well. And that's it for now.